Ladies and gentlemen, it might seem as though we have our first official sheep of the season. And I'm sure you already know the two people I'm talking about. I am, of course, referring to Godessa and Araga. Now, this one is funny to me because of a certain individual involved in that ship. The way this particular individual had bragged over the past few days about not wanting to be in a ship. As a matter of fact, her declarations, her vehemence with which she uses to make that declarations did not even begin in the house. Actually started outside the house on a intro video. Yeah, not the one that was shown to us. Okay, I guess, but just take it as on our intro video. Yeah, this girl had made declarations, very bold declarations, very confident declarations that she wasn't interested in a ship. But guess what? She initiated the first kiss of the season, the first ship of the season. Ladies and gentlemen, Godessa, fall my hand. Listen, yeah, there's a lot more to this, yeah? If you followed up with my video uploads yesterday, I gave some details about this thing that's going on between both of them, but I will share more on this video, right? So please make sure you watch till the end. Now, aside the first official ship of the season, Godessa and Araga, there were also some remnants of drama that happened last night. Now, you see, whilst that whole Neche and NOMY and Ricky's whole situation was happening, and then the Chimsom Chuka and Belle situation was happening, and the girls being in disarray, everybody getting angry, not wanting to do their rehearsals, NOMY wasn't only provoking Neche and Ricky. NOMY was also provoking Tram. I mean, she took her time to insult this guy yesterday, even after he left the room, because he was in the room after Neche left, yes, in the room upstairs, and he was trying to get to the bottom of that whole situation, and NOMY was accusing him of stuffs. I'm going to give you the details, all right? But as I said before, as I speak, Tram is planning his revenge against NOMY, even though he hasn't said it outrightly, but he has given so many insinuations. And I'm going to give you all the details about that, all right? Now, aside that, today's drama, of course, the diary session, a lot was said, all right? I think about 5 housemates were left to have their diary session, and they did that today, and a lot was said, and some people's diary session was so dramatic. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll also get into the details of that. And then finally, there was an almost exchange of punches between 2 male housemates, Cassie and Gerard. Yeah. Thankfully, it de-escalated just as quickly as it had escalated. Although I did not like the way some of the male housemates handled it. They were making a jest of one of the parties involved. So we're also going to talk about all of that, all right, ladies and gentlemen? I know my videos have been too lengthy of late, so don't worry. I'm going to try as much as possible to make this one not too lengthy. Fingers crossed, but I'm not making promises, just fingers crossed. But anyways, you know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. So please, as you watch, leave your thoughts. Go ahead, engage, all right? And officially, you're all specially welcome to my channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Now, quickly, let's dive right into the details of this video. First off, beginning with the first official kiss of the season between Godessa and Araga. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people were shocked. A lot of people were surprised that, oh my God, this happened. Oh my God, she said XYZ on her intro video, and now look at, she's doing the reverse. Ladies and gentlemen, I, for one, was not shocked. I was not surprised. Listen, let me remind you all that together we have watched and experienced at least 9 seasons of Big Brother Naija together. For some of you, 8 seasons, 7 seasons, 5 seasons. I personally have actually watched at least 8 seasons already. So by now, I am very much familiar with the tactics of, the human behavior displayed on the show. All right. It seems like every individual that comes into Big Brother's house is mentally wired the same way. Now, their intellectual capacity will definitely be different, very different on different levels. You can't measure them, at the same level at all. When we talk about their mental, capacity, most of the time, it's like their brain is wired to think and function the same way. The reactions almost the same every damn time. And that is one of the reasons why when a housemate says A, 99.9% of the time, I know that they mean B. Why? Because they are consciously or unconsciously replaying a previous script that has been aired on the show. Why? Because it worked for that person before, so they would want to try it out. Now, why am I explaining all of these things, ladies and gentlemen? You see, what Godessa did, and I'm not saying that, oh, she's the only person that is actually pushing the ship, no, but her going back on her word of not wanting to be in a ship at all, yeah, that's what I'm referring to. So what she did is a typical example of what I just explained. I expected it. I saw it coming. I knew she was not going to last long in her cocoon of resolve. I knew that she was going to betray herself and her own words and immediately jump into a ship with Araga. Why, again, you would ask? Ladies and gentlemen, Araga is playing a very interesting game. He's a great listener. If I say good, I am kind of downplaying how fantastic of a listener he is. This guy is a great listener. He is the kind of friend you need in Big Brother's house to be in your corner because he listens to you. He knows you are a crackhead, but he's still in your corner. He indulges your excesses and he condones all of your bullshit. That is who Godessa is. Godessa, most of the time, I mean, the very first, second, and third day of the season, her face has been as cold as stone. She has this poker face. It's like she's always angry. Yeah, like people were even sort of scared to even approach her. Not because they are really scared of her, but they're just like, this one, she doesn't have an approachable or a great demeanor, right? So, Araga knows all of this. He has seen all of it. He knows that she's very argumentative. He knows all of these things, but he still stays by her side. In other words, he has been giving the vibe of a submissive partner. And Godessa, in her own way, is an alpha female. She has main character energy. Heard that she's a performer, so that could be stemming from there. So she has always wanted to, she's been given the vibe of wanting to be in a relationship where she's in charge. She wants her partner to pamper her, but she also wants to be in charge. And that is exactly what Araga has been doing for her. And so, in a confined space where about 23 other strangers are cooked up, pressure points here and there, ticking time bombs here and there, you can't go outside, you don't really have any other means of distractions, what do you think is going to happen? You will fold. You'll melt like jello. You will buckle over. Yes. So that's exactly what has happened to Godessa. And also because she spends a lot of time with Araga. And even though Araga interacts with other people, he still gives her the impression that she's the only one he really wants to spend time with. So all of that has gotten into her head. Yeah. And so for her, why not just jump into a ship? Now, there's also the other part of this whole equation, that rings that, hey, we need to start a ship because it is a popular strategy in the Bigiverse and viewers will love it and viewers will definitely embrace it and give massive support to the people involved in the ship. So that's exactly what she's doing. And Araga is playing along. Now, initially, she was saying that, oh, she doesn't like him like that. She doesn't have interest in him like that. He should go ahead and make friends and blah, 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 blah. But last night, where she initiated that first kiss with him, it betrayed all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, for now, I'm just going to be keeping an eye on them, all right? I don't want to conclude that, oh, she's into him that much, or he is into her that much. For now, it's still fresh. It's only the beginning, all right? So let's just keep watching, all right? Tonight, the housemates will have their wager task presentation, first of the season. And of course, another first of the season, possibly their pool party, if I am not wrong. Yeah, if Big has not changed the structure of things. So during the pool party and after the pool party, a lot of things usually happens. We will see how far these two people wants to take their ship. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, moving on to the other drama I mentioned, Tram's impending revenge against NOMY for insulting him. A lot of you will wonder from where to where. How did NOMY shift her anger and transfer it from Ricky to Tram? Ladies and gentlemen, let me explain. So it happened upstairs when Neche was trying to resolve the issue with NOMY, and NOMY was not backing down on what she did. She was refusing to take accountability. Tram was there, coupled with some other girls. So Neche got frustrated and she left. That was before they finally resolved it downstairs, although the cameras did not show us how they arrived at that resolution. But as I was saying, Tram was there listening to both sides. And so he was saying that he was trying to contribute to the conversation, trying to make peace, saying that, oh, they should settle the matter. But NOMY literally dismissed him in a very rude way. Now, when I say rude, NOMY is kind of rude, or she gives off the air that she's rude. I don't know if in real life she's a rude person or if she's doing it for the show. I don't know. But she was rude to him. She literally dismissed him like, why are you here? And she even said it like, why are you here? So Tram was taken aback, like, wait, hold on, what's going on? So she was upset about a number of things. She was upset that, oh, when the drama was happening that night, that all the guys in the house, they kept quiet, like, why didn't they say anything? How can Ricky come and put his hand in her face? And the guys were not saying anything. And then she was also saying that, oh, Tram was the one that said during the dinner that Ricky was going to have the last laugh. Now, remember the game I told you all about on my previous video that the housemates played during their welcome dinner yesterday evening? There was a paper that Tram had picked that said Dash will have the last laugh, and Tram had said Ricky will have the last laugh. Now, the reason he gave was that because of that whole situation that was happening, he believes that Ricky is very calm and calculative. Like, the guy is just too calm and calculative. He knows what he's doing, but he's just chilling, watching all the madness unfold. So he believes that Ricky will have the last laugh. And guys, that was like a prediction. And in a way, I almost believed it 100%. But because I know better that anything can happen in Big Brother's house, I just decided to okay, fine, chill, Glory, don't be too hasty to believe it. But that really triggered NOMY, because in her head, she was probably thinking like, oh, so you mean that this guy is going to win us in this whole fight or whatever. So she was transferring all of that anger at Tram. So Tram left the room because he was really, really offended. It was really triggered. So he left the room, but NOMY did not stop talking there. She went on and on insulting this guy. She said the guy is a child, that Ricky is an agbaya, meaning an overgrown adult, like a shameless adult, an adult that doesn't know how to respect themselves. That's what it means, I guess. But then Tram is a child. That look at this child. What does he think he's doing here? Who does he think he is? Like, she was so condescending, ladies and gentlemen. It was just really sad. She was so condescending, really condescending. And it was also kind of sad that none of the girls even said anything about it. But then at the end of the day, the game is the game. Now, Ricky, Tram had gone downstairs and he was upset, but for him, it's not that deep. So he was having a conversation about it with Oyin. And I found that conversation sort of funny because he was telling, more like venting to Oyin in the middle of a conversation they were having. And he was venting, and then he was telling her that if Kes is not taken, that he's going to mark NOMY. Yeah, that he's going to mark her, and the fact that she has stepped on his toes and just did it deliberately triggered him, that if she gets on his bad side, he could make the whole house to hate her. And in my head, I'm thinking, dude, this your Gen Z blood is just too hot. There's a way you have such a fantastic game plan. You don't tell it to another housemate because that other housemate is your competition. Yes, you probably want to try mindfuckery, but sometimes it's advisable to keep your gameplay to yourself. You can tell us, the viewers in the diary room, of course, we will appreciate it. But you telling your fellow housemate, you're fooling yourself because that person now will be on guard and be watching their back, things like that. So he was upset about it. And even today, when he had his diary session, fantastic diary session, by the way, this guy, Tram, took his time analyzing a lot of the housemates whom he felt had a very strong first impression on him. Yeah. But once again, he also talked about NOMY. And you could tell that he was still upset because according to him, it's been over 12 hours and he was expecting her to come and apologize for insulting him, for saying all those derogatory things that she had said at him. But she has not come to apologize. So that could mean that she has drawn the battle line between both of them. And ladies and gentlemen, what am I here for? I am here for the drama, of course. I am here for the chaos. I do not want NOMY to apologize. I want violence. I want the chaos. Yes. I mean, guys, I don't know about you, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, still speaking about diary sessions, Tram wasn't the only housemate that complained about NOMY's nonchalant attitude, a dismissive attitude and her rudeness. There was also Yusuf who talked about it. He said he thought she was a cool person before, but having looked at how she handles situations in terms of conflict, that it's not like, he's just quite shocked and surprised that, oh, this girl, is this how you really are? Yeah. And also in Yusuf's diary session, he said a lot, but some of the things I held on to was his declaration that Bells is a very, very great person, that she's a good person and she's his friend. He likes her a lot. And initially, he did not understand her, but they've been having conversations and he has realized that this girl is actually a very sweet soul. So having seen the thing that happens between Bells and Chimsom yesterday, he has taken it upon himself now to be Bells' protector in the house. So if anybody dares to want to do anything bad to Bells, that he will take it upon himself to defend her and to fight her fight. I say, bam, that is what we are here for. We are not here to sing kumbaya. We are here for the drama. So bring it. just bring it. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, still on the diary sessions that happened today, we're going to take a few steps back now to go on to the very first beginning. The first housemate that had their diary session today, TEMI and Kem. TEMI's diary session was a lot. Ladies and gentlemen, quote me when I say a lot. Now, was I mad about it? Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I preferred what she did to what Oyin and Flora went to do in the diary room. Those ones were trying so hard to act a character that they have not properly perfected. Yeah, listen, it's allowed to play a script in Big Brother's house. At the end of the day, it's a competition, so games will be played. But you want to ensure that if you're going to act a character that is not you, that is not yours, you need to be able to perfect it. Because us, the viewers, we can sniff it. Okay, maybe not all of us, but the likes of me, we can sniff it from miles away. Yeah. So that was what those two did that made their diary session so like just very brain draining, exhausting. But you see Temi's diary session, it was big vibes. The theme of the season once again says, show yourself. That was exactly what Temi came to do. Kem came to sell herself. She came to loud it. She wasn't basic about it. No, she was giving big energy, big vibes. Like, hey, Big Brother, I am here. Beginning from when Big Brother called her name to come to the room, she was literally screaming. Her voice was gone from all the talking and talking, but she was literally screaming. The moment she got inside, bam, Big Brother, she was just going on. She did the most. She did it all. She was yapping about everything, dragged Big Brother, dragged housemates, made demands for this, for that. She was even using lines from Love Island. I mean, it was very obvious that she has watched and consumed so much Love Island content. So she was talking about, oh, pull me in for a chat, pull me in. And I'm like, baby girl, this is Big Brother Naija. This is not Love Island. If you don't pull somebody for a chat, they're not going to pull you for a chat. So you have to make yourself available for that chat. You get what I mean? But as I was saying, she was doing everything to make a first big, major, massive impression with her diary session. She already made a huge first impression, this past few days with some of the basketballs that she was doing in the house. But she ensured that her diary session was memorable. She even cried. She shed tears. I mean, the way she switched from zero to tears, it was funny. For me, it was fake, but it was funny and it was worth it. Yes. And you see, I will say this again. I was not mad at it. Why? Because that is what it should be. I feel like she has come to know, or maybe she just did it naturally, but I think she has studied shows like this enough to know that the diary session is where you get to really connect with the viewers more. Yeah. If you are inside the general house, you do not know if you have enough camera time. You don't know if you have enough screen time because it's not only you in the house, right? But when you're in the diary room, lights, camera, the stage, everything is on you. It is your moment. It is your turn. People are paying attention to you. So you want to really, really leverage on that moment, on that opportunity, on that space, on that focus to sell yourself, to communicate with the viewers, to let them to know you personally more than they did before, right? And that was exactly what TEMI did. So I totally loved her diary session. Although she was lying a lot, she was deflecting a lot. Yeah, because she was now telling her own version of what happened between NOMY, Neche, and Ricky. And just like NOMY was exaggerating the details of that event, she was even doing worse. It felt like they planned it. And I love the fact that Big Brother threw a question at her because she was saying that, oh, it was very disrespectful for Ricky to put his hand in NOMY's face. Like she was doing it the same way NOMY was doing it. And Big Brother asked almost as disrespectful as driving out a fellow housemate from a room, and she acted like she didn't hear. She's like, hey, Big Brother, can you say that again? What did you say? And Big Brother said it again, and then she quickly deflected. See, yeah, for that, I had to give her flowers because it meant that she was thinking quickly at that point in time. She knew that she had goofed, that Big Brother had caught her in her own web of lies. And so she immediately just deflected and just quickly just acted like she didn't hear Big Brother's question. But ladies and gentlemen, that was that. I enjoyed the diary session. It was a delight to watch. Yeah. Now, next housemate, Sheba. Sheba came, of course, was quite excited. And then she also gave Big Brother the reason she had refused to be a part of the group meeting with the ladies last night. Now, she said that aside all the drama, there was something she had actually overheard. Or maybe somebody told her that the girls were complaining that she talks too much. So because she talks too much, if they allow her to do one of their presentations, one of their points during the wager task, that she might not know when to stop talking. So she's probably going to sabotage the project, the presentation. And that really got her mad because truth be told, she has been the one putting in all the work, preparing all of their lines, all of their points. Like she's been putting in most of the work, right? But there are a lot of the girls who are not even doing anything. So our anger was, are you people actually really worried about someone that would give too much points or someone that would not even give any point at all? Like, what's going on? So she felt really hurt by what they said and of course disrespected because it felt like she wasn't being appreciated enough. So she even went ahead to ask Big Brother to advise her on what to do with the girls because at this point she no longer wants to coordinate them anymore. And Big Brother, I think Big Brother said something about spoon feeding them, in other words, indirectly telling her to take charge. And immediately she came out of the diary room, that was exactly what she did. And guess what? The girls had to fall in line. Yup. Because they knew that they were at her mercy. They knew that if she did not participate in the wager, in their presentation, they were already losing instantly. So I was really happy for her. It was a refreshing moment with her. Last but not least with the diary sessions was with the head of house himself, Chimsom Chuka. Ladies and gentlemen, see, I was glad that Chimsom did not even try to defend himself with what had actually transpired between him and Bells last night. Because he would have made matters worse for himself if he retold that story and then lied and omitted details. Although he kind of made reference to Bells whilst he was speaking, but he did not touch upon what had happened. So I was happy. But at the same time, I was wishing he would have had a moment of introspection last night or this morning and then maybe channel that diary session as an opportunity to speak about it and take accountability for where he went wrong. But instead, Chimsom, you see, is smart because he came into the diary room and he was giving off this energy of, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed with being the head of house. Oh my God, people don't like my style. People are making me feel like I'm doing too much. People say I talk too much. Da, da, da. He was basically playing the victim. Yeah. And I love the fact that Big Brother was kind of stern with him. Although Big Brother praised him, rightfully so, by telling him that, listen, he earned his title and position as head of house, you know, and he actually used his brains to win the challenge. And so he deserves the position. And so he should use his brains still to advise himself on how to properly lead the house. For me, I said, yes, Big Brother. Very, very balanced and apt way to put it. Because you see, Chimsom, as much as I admire his, strictness and how he is using some sort of iron hand to manage the house, at the same time, some level of arrogance and ego has crept in. Yeah. There's favoritism. There's an imbalance in how he attends to fellow housemates. It's not 100%, to be very, very honest with all of you. Not 100% at all. Hence the reason he had that issue with Bells last night. And anyways, I did a video about that, guys. Go ahead and check it out. So it was acting like, oh my God, I'm the victim. Oh my God, oh my God. But Viggoda clocked him out quickly and set him straight. Not in a mean way though, but in a nice way. Yeah. But then there's a question Big Brother asked him. The same question Big Brother asked all the other housemates who's had their diary session. That what is your goal for the week? And Chimsom was like, Big Brother, I don't have any plans. I came to this house to vibe, to have fun, and just to be myself. I don't have any plans. Yeah, some people are playing games. Some people are playing a game. And this is that Belle is playing a game. She's playing the game of, oh, I'm this rich kid. I came to the house. I want to live a soft life. And then she chooses the most weirdest times to do whatever she wants to do. He also pointed out somebody else. Let me see. He pointed out Flora. He said that Flora and Oyi are pretending, that he knows that they are very, very temperamental and they are hiding their reactions. He knows they are going to explode very soon. He also said, guys, he said a lot. And to be quite honest, I felt like he was just being pretentious. He was being disingenuous. And the one that really pissed me off the most was him saying that he did not come with any plans to the house, no goals at all. He just came to vibe. Da, da, da. And I'm like, does this guy think we're fools? Hello, brother Chimsom Chuka. Do you realize that this is the 11th season of Big Brother Naija? Meaning that us viewers, we have watched 10 different seasons of the show. We have witnessed, we have experienced over 100 human beings that have participated on this show. We have seen their personalities, and this particular lie you are telling, we have heard it over 100 times from over 100 individuals who have come to the show and have declared that, oh, I'm just here to be myself. I don't have any strategy. I'm like, bro, I don't understand. Your PR team, didn't they advise you not to come and lie rubbish to us? Because when he said that thing, I was so livid. I felt like just yanking him out of that TV and giving him a very, very powerful knock on the head to give him a brain reset. Because it was quite, I felt insulted. I felt like this guy insulted my intelligence because I'm like, bro, if he did not come with any plan at all, he just came to vibe, then you would have done what Ricky did during the Head of House challenge. Ricky did not take it serious. He was literally strolling around the arena. That is what you do when you are nonchalant about the game. In fact, if you are just there to vibe and chill and whatnot, you shouldn't be taking this Head of House position very, very serious. Like, dude, you are carrying it like it is an Igwe position. It's like you are waiting for them to come and give you crown to wear on your head and give you a mantle of leadership to carry in your hand like a leadership star. Say, Igbo Kwenu, hey, Nigeria Kwenu, hey. Dude, you are carrying it like your life depends on it. You are working hard. You are playing manipulative games in the house already, which is fine. So why are you lying in the diary room that you don't have any goals, you don't have any plans? See, guys, nobody should provoke me. This housemate, they should not provoke me this season. I said I want to be entertained, but this guy, he really pissed me off with his diary session. But anyways, I'm not going to say too much about it anymore. It is what it is. The game is the game. Him lying is also a game for him, I believe, to gaslight the viewers into thinking he's not putting in that much work to be competitive, but we know what it is anyways. Let me know what you think about that. And then finally, the almost punches thrown between Gerard and Cassie this morning. I told you all that it almost happened. In fact, Gerard was really pissed. He had to leave their meeting room and went to use the restroom, and Cassie was following behind like he wanted to go and fight. Some of the guys were holding him back. I told you all that it did not happen, but the way some of the male housemates were taking Cassie's side and the way they were making some side comments and even mocking Gerard behind his back, it was kind of irritating to watch. Yeah, it was, especially coming from Keivo, because Keivo has been equally misunderstood. They have judged him so harshly and they have reduced him and tried to box him as well. Yeah. So the fact that he also joined in doing that to Gerard, I'm just like, well, as usual, as I would say this season, the game is the game. So let them knock themselves out. Do whatever they want to do. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, my sincere apologies that this video was just too lengthy. I thought I could try to make it not so lengthy, but my apologies. There was just a lot to analyze. All right. But yeah, go ahead and let me know your thoughts about all I have shared on this video in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Glory and Elijah. Thanks for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.